Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media, and welcome to the continuation of this rFactor 2 series. It's been 4 years almost since I was last streaming this, I cannot believe it. rFactor 2, and we're going to be doing Formula 1 1996. A lot of you would have seen the previous series before when I was driving for Forti, and it was a lot of fun. I did it over on my Twitch channel, we had a great laugh doing it, and obviously I was terrible, because there's a reason I'm a commentator, and it's that I'm not a very good driver at the moment. I'd say at the moment. I've never been a good driver at all. This is currently what we're looking at the moment, or it should be, if rFactor decides that it wants to play ball. There it is, flipping out. We are currently setting up the session, Magny-Cours Grand Prix circuit. We're doing half an hour's qualifying with 12 laps to get used to the car again, because I haven't actually driven it today. I'm going to be in Andrea Montemini's place. The AI is on 78%, which sounds pathetic, but every other round we've done has been 95%, 99%, or 100%, based on the fact that the AI, I sort of do a few tests against them and set some laps and so on. I set this one a long time ago, but the AI are ridiculously fast on this circuit when you put them up to like 99. I don't know why. I really don't. Not quite sure why the chat, by the way, at the bottom has seemingly cut off a lot of the screen. Bear with me. Because, look, there you go. I can do this. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. If I do this... See? Let's do that. Okay. So now you should see a bit of chat at the bottom there. White Van Gaming saying who let Chaz in front of a wheel. I don't know, mate. But you're going to see why people shouldn't in a minute. Also, you would have all noticed that my... Shut up now, Spotify. The reason that you set certain playlists when you're doing a timer and a countdown is that you have the songs ready to sort of drop or finish when you click 0. I'm using a different playlist tonight and it hasn't worked. Anyway, we're going to drive a car. Or I'm going to drive a car and you lot are going to watch and you lot are going to go, God, he's rubbish. Using the Thrustmaster TGT2 tonight with the standard Thrustmaster pedals just because they're so easy to use. You don't have to push very hard on the brakes at all. I've got the little rubber stopper thing that means I can just basically rest my foot on it and it just sits at like 75-80% throttle. It's really nice, not throttle brakes, but it's really nice to use. I don't want to get the rig out because the wheel I've got on there, the Thrustmaster TX, has had loads of issues on the powered USB thing I've got with shorting out and causing issues. A little bit of housekeeping to do with the AI to begin with, though, which is in session controls. We'll probably have, Max Angelo, who the hell are you? We need to also be careful with Luca Badoa, my teammate. I'm just going to establish this now that I'm going to potentially remove him from the race completely. Forti shouldn't score points in 1996, but for some reason around here, Luca is rapid. You'll maybe see it in qualifying. I'm going to leave him in quali. Yeah. Cars. This is Madam. This is Madam. Now, don't take the mick out of rFactor. It's not the prettiest game in the world. However... Oh, God. This is Madam. This is the 40B that they started driving halfway through the season. It's a lovely car. It's a lot beefier and a lot better looking than the first car they raced, which was the big yellow machine, the Canoe. We changed over to this car when they would have been racing it. Part of the storyline was that I needed to finish ahead of some of the Minardi drivers to change to Minardi halfway through the season because Trulli and Fisichella swapped places in 1996, but that hasn't come about because I haven't done well enough. The driver, I know, is not holding the wheel properly. It's like he's sort of pushing it with his knuckles like this, but he's, you can ignore that because it's good fun. Shut up. That's what it's all about. We're here for fun. Ready? Well, how's the volume? Is that alright? You can hear me fine over the car? Okay. It's been a while. I did some testing in it a few weeks ago, admittedly, when I first came up with the idea of doing this again. But I haven't driven since then. It's how an alpha male drives indeed, Jakob. I've turned on a little bit more of the bumping, so you'll see the car move around more in shot. There is a horrendous wobble with this car. If you slam on the brakes and you're braking and turning at the same time, you don't want 6th gear. Just slows the car down. You're right there, brake pedal. It's definitely working. It's one of them. When you plug it in for a while, you don't get full braking unless you stamp on it a little bit. Let's just do a bit of it. Yeah, that's a proper moment. Sorry. So, what was I saying? Yeah, there's a wobble in this car. I'll show you now if I turn and brake loads. Look at that. It's the only car in this field that suffers from that, which is what makes it so difficult to drive. So you have to be so switched onto it, and when you're battling with the AI, it's so hard to avoid that. There's a bit more of that wobble. Freaking hell. Ooh. Not had that happen for a long time in rFactor. There's Luca. Yeah, it does look very rough. But to be honest, this mod isn't the prettiest mod. This circuit is not the best version of it. Obviously, it's the new Magny-Cours, not the old one. It's not the one they would have used in 1996. See that wobble? But we're going to look over the imperfections of rFactor 2, and we're going to enjoy ourselves because it's good to be back doing this. And it's nice to be actually driving on stream again in front of you all for once, because at the end of the day, you guys are used to hearing me commentate and speak over the racing rather than actually be in the racing. Don't want 6th gear. This is a place where you can have that wobble. It's very easy to miss the shift up to 2nd gear there as well. So it's half an hour session this. Or it should be. Friggin' hell. This corner's horrible. You don't want to touch the curb on the right here, by the way, because I will spin if I touch that. But yeah, rFactor 2 is very inconsistent with how it looks. It can look really pretty with certain, like with the official content, the official tracks, it looks really good. However, on a lot of mods, when the graphics have been updated and the lighting's been updated, the mods haven't then been updated to follow that and be compatible with it. So yeah, it does look very rough. A lot of rFactor 2 stuff, to be fair, was ported over from rFactor 1, so it never looked great anyway. Okay, first qualifying time on the board. We're ahead of Panis at the moment. Nearly 0.2 of a second ahead of Olivier Panis in the Ligier. I'm happy with that, you know. I'm very happy with that. I'm sorry if the camera's wobbling around, by the way. I mean my actual physical camera up there. Shite. Sorry, I can't bleep that out. I just remembered. I can't bleep out if I swear, because I'm not editing this afterwards. This is just going to be there. So please disregard the swearing. There will be no more swearing because we're going to have a good time, aren't we? And we're going to get points. For the record as well, I am using the new points F1 system, so it's 25, 18, 15, 12, I think, then 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I am limited to 12 laps in quali, Jakob, yep. Just like it used to be back then. Just half the session time. Pete, yeah, he swears. You have to really wrangle it over there and then brake a lot earlier than you expected to there. Jesus Christ, my spleen is going to fall out of my backside by the end of the night doing that. The race is going to be 36 laps. It is a 50% distance Grand Prix to how it was in 96. And we're going to practice our pit entry, because we may need it over the course of the race. I can't remember if we need to pit or not. Right, we're going to turn the car off, back into the box, because Chaz needs to show you this. This is how the championship looks at the moment. We're 13th in the standings. We scored 2 points at the Nürburgring ages ago, because I think in that race there was some stupid... like, what was it? What caused it? Oh, it was the safety car. The rFactor 2 safety car. Why did it just pause? The rFactor 2 safety car was really stupid. Look, Luca Badeau is third. Get out. Not having that. That's not realistic. Yeah, it bugged out and it picked up half of the field, and we were in that half of the field, and half of them dropped back really far. So we ended up being like half a lap ahead of half of the field that had pitted or something when the safety car came out. So, yeah, we stayed near the front of the pack and we got 2 points. Schumacher leads the way on 98 points at the moment. Why is Andrea Montemini up there as well? Get out. That's me. I'm here. 13th in the moment, ahead of Panis, Solo. Herbert Verstappen. We've been fighting with Lamy and Fisichella a lot this season, and Ricardo Rosset as well. So fingers crossed we can have another good scrap with them guys, because the times will get better, I'm sure. But yeah, Ferrari lead the Constructors' Championship ahead of Williams, Benetton, Jordan and McLaren battling for 3rd place at the moment. It's quite close in the top 10, but then everybody else after that, as you can see, just 4, 3, 2, 1. Herbert, Diniz, us and Salo, and Katayama actually on 1 point. But Fisichella's not scored yet. Even though we are currently ahead of Fisichella and Lamy in the Championship, I haven't finished ahead of them enough times to warrant changing to Minardi up to this stage. Let's have a look at some of the cars, shall we? Because, I mean, while it's not the prettiest game in the world, some of these cars do look absolutely sick. Look at the old arrows. Is it the arrows or is it Tyrrell? I should probably know before I say these things out loud. Can't remember. There's one of the McLarens. That's Mika Hakkinen. And so many teams this year were sponsored by Marlboro. I think it was one of the only times when 3 teams were sponsored by Marlboro or something. It's Heinz-Harald Frentzen in the Sauber, and then the Jordan of Martin Brundle behind him. Do you remember the gold Jordans? Goodness me. There he is. Look at that thing. So sick. Let's get his teammate behind him on track as well. We're going the other way here. Oh, look at the Benetton from 96. Gerhard Berger. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Oh, yeah. Piss off, you lot. I'm so sorry. I'm not a professional... Shut up! I'm not a professional streamer. Don't do this live. I always edit my stuff afterwards because I'll mess it all up then. There's the Ligier. Beautiful Ligier. There's the arrows I was looking at. Look, there's Jacques Villeneuve in his Williams. The most loved man in Formula 1. Johnny Herbert. There's the footwork. I can't remember, actually, if I had the failures and stuff. No, that's car setup. Did I have the failures on? Because I think I used to have them time-scaled, and the footworks had constant failures, as they did in real life, because back then in Formula 1, finishing the race was 90% of the score. That's actually an Arrows, isn't it? Because it's got the Arrows logo on the front of it. So what was this? That was a Tyrrell, wasn't it? That was the Tyrrell back then. That's a lovely livery, that. Mile 7 on it. The Ligier with the side pods really far back. That's the car that won the 1996 Monaco Grand Prix. Weather, no, I think I've just kept it as... it sort of goes a bit cloudy and a bit not all the way through. Who else are we looking at? Jordan, Benetton, Ferraris, there they are. Schumacher and Irvine in the pits. That's possibly one of the ugliest F1 cars Ferrari ever made. And there's Dill in his gorgeous Williams. I did have the results actually up at some point. You can carry on, game. Schumacher won the first race from Brundle and then Irvine. Yeah, there was one race. We had flipping heck 7 retirements at Barcelona, including me, actually. I didn't finish at Barcelona. I had a nightmare at Montreal last time because I had a few spins. Just trying to think now. Hill's won a race, Villeneuve's won a race, Schumacher's won 2, and Irvine's won a race as well. So there's a bit of a spread between the Williams and the Ferraris at the moment. Let's have a look at the times, shall we? See where we are. Was that me? Still 13th, actually. We're just ahead of Panis and Salo and then Herbert, Verstappen, Lamy. We'll have a look at the setup as well, actually. How much fuel are we going to have? I don't want to do 3 pit stops. I want to do 1 pit stop. How much is the most you can have in it, actually? I've not, honestly, it's been so long since I've messed with this. I wanted to be very raw with it and come back in. Oh, I can do 200 litres in an F1 car? No. It's going to feel like absolute arse, isn't it? Could we get enough fuel in to go to the end? 2013 Ferrari disagrees. Never mind that. It's 2014 Ferrari was disgusting. Looked like an anteater sucking downforce off the road. I don't know if I want that much fuel. Because what about the tyres? Will the tyres last? I don't think the tyres will last. I'm gonna plan to come in halfway through. I'll tell you what we'll do actually. We'll put a bit of fuel in it now and we'll do a run. We'll do a run and we'll keep an eye on the tyres. I think I've got a thing for that set. Is it? Yes. There we go. So we can keep our eye on the tyres here on the bottom right. So these little... my mouse isn't working on the screen. But the little green dots you can see, they sort of go down like a graph, basically, of what the tyre life is like. So we'll do a bit of a run, and oh god, and we'll see what the tyre life is like. We'll proper kick their heads in as well. We won't go easy on them. We've got 9 laps. Welcome though. Thank you for joining me tonight, everyone. It's not to everybody's taste this, because I'm just racing against the AI at the end of the day. And you know, it's not as exciting as online racing or racing in a proper league or competition, but as you all know, I don't really do that at the minute, so... I will be making a return to iRacing though, I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to start doing some official races and recording them every so often for YouTube. I might live stream a few in the future, but it's mainly going to be YouTube videos where I just do a race and put some of the highlights on it. And a bit of a recap, so to speak. But I do want to start doing a bit more sim racing, because admittedly when I jumped into... I was on Gran Turismo today recording for GT Planet, and honestly, I loved it. Like, just driving cars around using a wheel and pedals, it's just such a cool feeling. But I always forget, like, it's not much of a faff for me to put this wheel on the desk and slide the pedals underneath at all. Not as much as a faff as it used to be, but something in my stupid brain tells me that it's a big faff to set it all up, and it's really not. Oh god, that's horrible. So we've used 2% of the tyre's life in that first lap. Sorry if it's making the camera wobble, because it feels like it's making the desk wobble a lot. It's quite a powerful wheel, this, actually. The TGT2. I got sent this by Thrustmaster. It's the Gran Turismo licensed wheel. Works with PC and PS5. It's just nice to be on rFactor again, driving. I do a bit of driving for doing Simply Races social media. I have to obviously put cars on the track and do screenshots and videos of them driving around. But a lot of the time, I drive rFactor 2 on a controller, you know. It's very easy to do. Try 4th gear there just to get a bit of engine braking. I always forget how wide you can go on the exit of that corner. We're still in 13th place. Ah. Fronts are on 96, rears are on 96, so it's basically 2 on the tyre life per lap. So, minus any mistakes, we'll probably use 50 at least. And that's even if we look after him, so... yeah, maybe I do pit, because they will feel horrible partway through a race. And I wonder if the AI will pit. That's not something I've tested, actually, which I probably should, so... because we could pit, and the AI not, and it ruin our race. But I'm pretty sure I pitted before, I can't remember. Oh. I like this track though. This track is so cool. Yeah, 21 drivers, Jakob, because I've kicked out Badoa. Yeah, 4th gear is the one through there. And then don't wobble. Jesus. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Ben. People do get good views from those sorts of videos. Sorry, I didn't see that comment till now. But they do. They absolutely do. And, you know, I make a little bit of money off YouTube now, and it's lovely to do it, and I love doing it. But at the same time, I don't want to pander to... Like, it's clear to everyone the videos that get more views on my channel and get the subscribers in and what's revolutionised the channel for me. But I'm not going to pander to that and only do that content, you know. I want to carry on doing the content I enjoy and putting stuff out there. I'm not going to make this whole channel just about Tower Simulator 3. I want to do this sort of stuff and do iRacing and obviously the sim racing broadcast as well that I do and all of that stuff. And the Microsoft Flight Simulator bits, you know. I want to play games that I enjoy playing and putting content of that out there. Don't get me wrong, I love Tower Simulator 3, I really enjoy playing it, but I'm not going to make the channel just about that because that's what gets the views. And I hope the right people appreciate that, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're using the new F1 point system, so we get points down to 10th place, but I'm also recording the finishing positions outside of the points, so aside from the likes of Minardi and Forti and Footwork and Arrows, those sorts of teams, I keep my eye on where they are as well. So that counts towards how the sort of campaign and the storyline goes, effectively. We're going to improve on our lap time here. Yes, we are. 2/10 quicker. We've got up to 12th. Jesus. Amazing stuff. Maybe I need to turn the AI up. Makes it more interesting if we can actually be in the field and have a bit of a scrap. Yeah, we are using about 2% tyre life per lap, so with the race being 36 laps long, and there is going to be a curve to that, you know, it's going to fall off a cliff, I'm going to set a pit stop for the middle of the race, for lap 18, and we're going to stick to our guns on that strategy. We're going to put 19 laps of fuel in, and we'll go from there. I feel like I'm in a bit of a rhythm now, though, which is good. And we can probably... I was going to say wait qualifying out, but how long's left? Where does it say? 11 minutes. So, not long at all, really. We may as well just drive around for a bit. I've written a rule that I'm not allowed to skip to the end of the session, because what rFactor sometimes does is put really unrealistic lap times in. Like, it'll make one of these Saubers, like the one in front of us, actually, go ballistic. Oh my god, I hate that so much. It shakes the wheel like mad, and I really hope it doesn't shake the camera up there on that little tripod. I'm so scared of this camera view, though, and that the AI are going to kill me. Because I used to do this on this camera, but look how much of the track you can see ahead. And you can't see the driver's arms. I mean, it's great because you're higher up, you can position the nose of the car a little bit better, you can see the AI a little better when they're around you, but yeah, it's not good with that bit up there. You can get rid of that, but I really want it because I want all the info. Oh, I need to get comfy. That 100 board is just a little bit late. I need to make sure I'm at least on the brakes before that. Try not to root for Minardi, Ben says. The sounds aren't perfect either, to be fair. But they are what they are. That was nice out of there. We're 2/10 up here. Oh, our curb. Ah. Unlucky. Oh, no. Whoops. Jesus. I'm not touching that grass again. Bloody hell. .49 mile an hour is the pit lane speed limit. Need to remember that. Class. Okay, I'm enjoying myself again now. I'm happy. Right, neutral is not that. Cool. So what's it look like? Jacques Villeneuve currently fastest by 0.8 of a second over Eddie Irvine. Barrichello third in the Jordan. Then McLaren's David Coulthard next up. Hill and Schumacher 5th and 6th. Alesi, Brundle, Hakkinen, Heinz-Harald Frentzen, Gerhard Berger. Who are we ahead of then? We're ahead of Panis and Ligier. Luckily, you get the team number next to them, which is sort of how the teams used to rank back then. Ricardo Rosset is not out on track and hasn't been for a while for some reason. He's only done 2 laps. Pretty much everyone else has completed their session by the look of it. So when they have done that, a lot of them will come in when it says 11 out of 12. They won't complete another lap. When they've come in, basically, we'll continue the session on to the next one. But yeah, there you can see the cars that are out there on track. Goodyear D is the tyre they're all on. I'm pretty sure that's the softest compound because it's just A, B, C and D. But yeah, exciting stuff, I hope. Bear with me. Oh yeah, we're all good. We're all good. Let's just checking something on OBS to make sure I wasn't being a pillock and that rFactor definitely wasn't muted. Even though I've already asked about the volume before. I get worried about these things. I get worried about them. But yeah, we're looking all right. 12th place is good. I'm happy with that. 2.4, well, 2.5 seconds off Villeneuve though. What's the whole spread? 3.7 seconds. That's what F1 used to be like. You know, everyone looks at Formula 1 now, or, well, they look at Formula 1 in the past with these amazing cars. Sure, the cars were epic, but we look at it definitely with rose-tinted glasses because you look at the results from back then and it's like Villeneuve wins the race. A minute behind him was Schumacher and then everyone else was a lap down. And now we get the whole field in, you know, spread by like 30 seconds. It's a lot more exciting in terms of how close the racing is actually. But there's just so many elements to it I don't enjoy anymore, unfortunately. There really is. And I had a rant today as well in Discord. Ben, you would have seen it. Jakob would have seen it as well, actually. I had a rant again today about the fact that the circuits are developing so the cars can race at them. That is completely wrong. The cars should adapt to the circuits. Engineering the cars is the point of Formula 1. The venues you're going to shouldn't change their track for you to race at more flowingly, you know what I mean? Because the cars are too big. Right. Anyone else on the laps? Yeah, we've still got quite a few people actually out there at the moment. We've got Hakkinen. That's the position rather than the car number. So Hakkinen's out there. Johnny Herbert's out there. I think he's just come in the pits now, actually. Yeah, he's just come in. Was that someone? Wait. Oh, okay. Don't get me going on the current cars. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think the commentators are that bad, Jakob. Crofty's not perfect, but he's got a bit of personality. It's just he starts. It's something I was talking about in commentary. I'm going to put this on webcam only so you can see me a bit better. But he starts up here, and there's no headroom then to get more excited about something when something actually exciting happens. Because the start of the race isn't that exciting anymore in Formula 1. You know, you need to start in the middle, then you can get excited when it kicks off, and you can get all shouty and get all loud. And then in the middle of the race, when you're talking about strategy and stints, you can be down here and, you know, calm it down a bit. But because he starts so high up here, there's no headroom when he gets excited. And then when he comes back down here, it sounds really boring because he's set a precedent of being up here. So, yeah. But I think Brundle's still brilliant. Coulthard is good when they have Coulthard on because he just tells it how it is, you know, from a driver's perspective. It's like having John Watson on when he used to do the British Touring Car Championship. He still does GT World Challenge now with David Addison, and he's amazing, John Watson. I'm actually interviewing John Watson at Race Retro at the end of February as well, just under a month away, and I'm so excited for it. I'm interviewing the likes of John Watson, Ian Flux, Mike Wilds, who used to be a factory driver for Nissan at Le Mans in the 1980s and 90s. He's been racing for like 50 years. I'm really excited to speak to Mike because I met him there last year and we had a really good laugh and a really good chat. But he didn't have his own individual interview, so to speak. I'll also be interviewing Ian Flux, like I say. Ian is a massive character. He's got a book out called For Flux Sake, which is a brilliant title. And I'm excited to see what Ian's got to say and how our interview goes there. They've just announced another rally driver as well. I think it's Aaltonen. Quite an old school rally driver. I forget his name. Or Raaltonen, I think it is. But yeah, there's a brilliant host of people that I'll be interviewing and speaking to over the weekend. This is Barrichello, currently in 9th. No, he's not. He's on lap 9, I should say. He's 3rd. Good thing I'm not a commentator, isn't it? It's a shame we have to use the new Magny-Cours, but I couldn't find a good enough mod of the old one. That's often the issue with rFactor 2 is there's a great amount of circuits and cars and things out there, but there's no consistency. There's like, if people have done a track from 1991 or from 1987, they'll have done 1 or 2 and then got bored. So you don't often get full track packs as such. But oh well, it happens. Those of you that are watching this back, by the way, I'm sorry you're bored at this point, because I know you will be. Just skip on to the race. But you lot who are watching live don't have the option of that. You've got to sit with me here until some of these guys have done their final laps. Everyone else is pretty much in the pits. Pedro Lamy in this gorgeous Minardi. They are bent. It's got green highlights, so it's Mike Murphy, isn't it? Such a good-looking car, that Minardi. It's a shame they're like our sort of nemesis in this championship. What are your predictions for the race then, everyone? Because it could all come undone on the first lap if I have an incident. I'm so scared of contact with these AI because their cars don't move. You just bounce off them. So I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, indeed, Jordan's doing well. P3. Mega. It'll break down before the end of the race anyway, don't worry. Right, he's coming to the pits. So who else is out there? We've got Irvine. Irvine's gone back out for some reason. Just to show the car off. He wants some airtime on me broadcast, doesn't he? Come on into the pits, Eddie. Yep, bugger off. Here's Rubino. Now he's just gone past to start another lap, but I don't think that'll be a qualifying lap from him, so that means we can pretty much finish the session, I'm pretty sure. Listen to that. It's not the best sound pack in the world, but just why can't we have that noise nowadays? Oh. Come on, son. Foot down. Don't be scared of it. Don't tickle it. Oh. Are you excited for this, everyone? Be honest. I know you're probably not, but I am. I'm actually excited to get racing again. It's going to be my first live YouTubed race for a long time. In this sort of capacity, anyway. I had a video go live the other day on, excuse me, Circuit Superstars. That was great fun. Flight Club. That ridiculous special event. I'll just wait for Rubino to come in, just because I want to be sure, because he could be on a fast lap right now. I mean, I could look at live timing, but not far off, actually. But he could just dive into the pits because he's done 11 laps. Yep. Okay, into the pits comes Rubens Barrichello, and that is going to be the session done with. So we're going to go to the next one, which will be the race. 36 laps of Magny-Cours coming up. If rFactor 2 doesn't crash, which it very might do. Yeah, everyone on the grid, look, as you see there. Ricardo Rossit starting at the back of the grid. It's all right, he'll have an engine failure anyway. Let's just make sure we've got fuel in the car. 19 laps worth. That's the most. That's like, you can do a few clicks down and still get 19 laps worth. We're going to go for the most that we can. Make sure we're on Goodyear D tyres. We absolutely are. Cool. Cool. We are all good to go, I'm pretty sure. Yeah? Yeah? Right. I'm making sure I've got this right now. Okay. Oh no, don't jump the start, Chaz. Whoa, we had a demon start! What a getaway! What a getaway! Got a McLaren on the right. That was a great getaway. There's a big check up there, though. Big check up indeed. We've gone around the outside of 1 or 2 people. That's Schumacher just in front. We've got a Jordan behind. That's gone well at the start. But look, top end of the 40. It's not going to do us any favours there. There's going to be a big check up now into the hairpin. Staying wide around the outside. Whoa. Hello. We're up to 7th place. Into the points already. However. Oh, big check up. Flipping heck. rFactor AI, man. Oh, Lacey's hit me. Lacey's just dead butted me. He was side by side with Hakkinen there. car is shaking like a defecating chihuahua. It's out of the corners and top end where the Forti really struggles, so I'm not going to defend like my life depends on it if someone wants to come through. If they get a better run than me, then that is what it is. But luckily, these are very scared, hesitant AI. Car's scared by the look of it, but look at that. The Jordan just buggers off. Still. Where's that McLaren going? You see that behind me? Understeer. Is there a way of... No. I was trying to make the splits on that timing in the bottom right real time instead of what they are now, but I can't remember what the button was, so I don't want to start pressing buttons on my wheel. Well, that 1 out of 36 it's gone... Oh my god! Has gone well. I think I just took about 4 kilos of carbon fibre off the bottom of the car. Don't touch the back of that Jordan, Chaz, because you will spin and the other car will not. Yeah, safe to say we're a lot quicker than the AI, actually. I could have probably turned them up a little bit. But we're... Oh, there was contact. Ah! I was going to say we're in too deep, but that's fine. I think maybe the AI was that low because I've been racing against them on a controller, like I've said. And I did plan on doing a whole sort of look how easy rFactor is to use on a controller sort of series and race against some AI. You only recognise that Jordan when it's cartwheeling. You and me both, son. I used to have the old Murray's Magic Moments video from long ago. Oh, that's a... What are you doing there? Look at him now, though. In the slipstream, I don't dare. Hey, this is going well, though. I'm so scared that they're not going to pit and I am. That could still be a twist in the tail there that costs us points. They're not very quick through there, though. How are we all over the back of a Benetton in a Forti? Oh. I'm enjoying myself, though. I hope you are. Hope it's nice and nice. Oh, I've said the word nice twice. 3 times. I hope it's something pleasant to see me behind the wheel instead of commentating. Something a bit different to have me on your screens instead of judging everyone else's driving. I mean, I'm judging John O'Lacey's driving right now. Because he's actually slowing us down. And Heinz-Harald Frentzen behind us is catching up. That bollard on the inside of turn 1 has now been knocked over, so I can't see where the apex is anymore. Ugh. What is it with O'Lacey's run around there? He's really not got it switched on. Let's check the tyres. 95. Slipstream. He's going defensive. Ooh. Ooh. Clipped the curb there. Had a bit of a slide. I need to work on my fortitude. Ah. I just flinch every time I go around there because the screen just goes black for me. Come on, John. Do not come on me, mate. That's what he'll be saying. Don't know why he was half French, half Indian. John, sort it out, lad. This is Chaz Draycott in the Forti. Go on. Easy. I can't. I've not got a thing to look left and right. Dive bomb. I've hit. Go. Go, 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 Forti. This is a chance for some big points. We're not going to rerun this. Like I said, this is just a test to make sure that we're getting this going again and It'll add a bit of spice to the story if we can get some points out of a race. Listen to her scream. Beautiful little wagon. Whoa. Heck. Whoa, good lord. I'm going to have to be very careful with that later on in the race when the tyres start to go. Who's leading? Villeneuve. Hill is second. Wow. That's quite the effort from Damon Hill. Because he didn't start right near the front of the grid, did he? Wasn't he like 6th or something? A second and a half faster than my previous best lap of the race on this lap. Shows you that we are quicker than where we want to be. Tail wants to go. Ooh, Jesus Christ. The tail definitely wants to go around there. We're in a little bit of no man's land for a lap or two here. Hey up. Don't kill the tyres doing that, Chaz. To be fair, until we catch anybody, we can have the tyres on screen instead of the timings, so we can see just what the situation is underneath. We've not even used 10% of the tyre life at this point, so going pretty well at the moment. Get off that curb. This wheel feels great. Absolutely great. I love it. Don't need to wear gloves to use it. It's not Alcantara, so you're not going to ruin it. But it feels beefy. For a belt-driven wheel that isn't DD, it feels really beefy. Don't get me wrong. I think they're quite expensive for what they are. I think they're nearly 700 quid for this and the pedals for a belt-driven wheel. But that's the Gran Turismo licensing fee, I suppose. Yeah, we're probably the quickest car on track right now. Actually, no, we're not. We're 1.4 seconds off what Villeneuve's doing, so yeah, we're really not. Alright, Billy. Good to see you, mate. This is the Thrustmaster TGT2. I was just talking about how much I enjoy it. I got sent it by Thrustmaster for the GT Planet content we were doing on Gran Turismo 7. But it's so easy to just bolt it to the desk and just go playing. And I've really fallen in love with using it on my desk and just having a bit of a casual setup like this. So here we are, using it on rFactor 2. It's compatible with PC and PlayStation. I've got my PS5 just round the corner from my monitor, which I also got sent, which was very nice. That was a lovely day. But we're currently one of the fastest cars on the circuit, and it's a mighty fine feeling, considering that we're in a Forti. It's not exactly realistic, but I'm having fun. It's nice to be dry. I said nice. There we go, Karma. I had a bit of a slide there. That's going to affect the rears. Oh, big bump and a slide. Hello. Right rear is actually the tyre that has suffered the most on 87. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself. It's great to be back behind the wheel. Interested to see two teams with the same sponsor on their rear wing. Yeah, we're 20.9 seconds behind Villeneuve, so he is gone. So there's no worry about us being the quickest car out there and decimating the field, but I mean, we're faster than Hakkinen and Schumacher at the moment. We're on lap 8 out of 36. Oh, that's a bit of a moment. Oh, I should have probably tried to go down the inside. Nope. Car didn't like that. Just floated around the corner. We've cleared off from Jean Alesi. We're nearly 5 seconds ahead of him at the moment, which is great. What I'm going to do as well, actually, on this next lap, I'm happy just sitting here at the moment behind these guys. We're going to choose how much fuel goes into the car. Oh, God. I'm going to put that little graphic in the bottom right up to 19 laps. We're going to put in what we started with. And we're going to have, yeah, Goodyear D on the tyres. So, yeah. Get off. Yeah, I need to stop focusing on that little box down there, don't I? Oh. Need to not look at my phone as well. I'm famous for that. Oh, no. I didn't say that. I'm not famous. I was known for that during the 2016 Spa 24 Hours. My teammate didn't wake up, and I was trying to message him and ring him. I was going down towards Pouon, and obviously that's a part of the circuit that curves slightly. I ended up on the grass, looked up, saw that I was on the grass, absolutely cacked my pants, ragged the wheel to the left, and flew the car into the wall and put us out of the race with like 2 hours to go. Everyone knew about that at the time. Not good. Maybe that's what kick-started my career path as a commentator. I got so embarrassed at my driving abilities. Yes, I also used my phone in Euro Truck Simulator 2 as well and crashed. That's a good series. If you want to watch something on my YouTube channel, or this doesn't quite interest you as much, check out my Euro Truck Simulator 2 series that I've done. We did a massive 10-hour day of streaming and hauling, and I cut it up into a bunch of episodes, and it was great. Really, really great. What? No. No. How do I pit request? How do I get rid? Has my strategy gone back to 3 pit stops or something? Has it? No, crews better not be ready for pit stop. No. No. That's not what we want. Oh no! What have I done? Will I get penalised if I don't pit? That's the speed limiter. Scheisse! Wait, can I not get demonetised if I don't swear in a similar language? Oh, I'm messing with the brake bias now. I'm in a flap! Mum! I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that's brake bias, that one. You can't see it, but it's behind my head. There's a brake bias graphic. Will it be fine, Pete? I don't know if it'll be fine. Pressing buttons. Oh no, that's neutral. Please roll. Thank you. That button's neutral. Luckily, I turned damage off because these cars in this mod are made of paper. I can, however, feel a colossal flat spot on the tyres now, which is something rFactor simulates very well. The wheel is vibrating in a straight line. Oh, come on, John, I'm fed up. It's your home race, sort it out. Chaz Draycott, very much a professional. John, for crying out. Oh, I've been hit. You This is falling apart. Right, now I want neutral. Come on. I don't have a lot of fuel left. However, I've still got a couple of laps worth. It's just as the low fuel graphic comes up. Has it miscalculated it? Because, yeah, it said we had... Yeah. It said that we had 19 laps worth. But I don't think it's calculated that correctly, because there's no way I'm doing 19 laps. I started with 63. I've used nearly 60 in that many laps. In a third of the race. So I need like double the amount of fueling. Oh my god. What? I'm so confused, can you tell? Right. Now we've got to try and get the fuel number right to the end. So if I've used 60 litres in a third of the race distance, then that's 180 total. So if I'm thinking if I put 120 in, then we'll be alright. I'm going to go 130. We're going to have to pit this time. Sun's going down as well, which is weird. It's going dark. I swear to God, if they only put in what was originally you cretins. More fuel. Are we in? My head's fallen off. Right, so we're in clear air. Well, other than that cretin. We're going to be in semi-clear air. So I can get my foot down. We're in last place now. That's Ricardo Rossit. I'm not sure if the AI will go to the end, but I think their tyres will get worn down so much that they won't go completely to the end. This explains why chassis point tables are never right. Shut up. Oh, Rossit, just give it a rest. Jakob. Right, I'm trying to get my head back in the game. Hi Crimson, by the way. Hi Swiffer. Good to see you. Thank you for jumping in this evening to watch me ultimately put in a Forti performance. 40%. We can prove that we've got the AI turned too far down with the speed we've got over these guys around us here. These are the cars that we're normally fighting with, or should be. Did we just use nearly 10 litres on that lap? Get off that curb. I was so hesitant on the throttle there. Not even at the halfway point yet, everyone. Still plenty of time left in this race. It's that corner the AI really struggles with, isn't it? Which is actually funny because it was a corner that I said during qualifying that I was going to struggle with because of how this car behaves. Imagine if I was actually a racing driver and how much I would talk to my engineer over the radio. I'd do his head in. Especially if I spoke to him like I speak to Bobby on Tucker Race Driver. I don't care if that's... Oh, it's Physicilla. I was going to say, I don't care if it's Lamy or Physicilla. They're getting mugged. Whoa! Still there. See, even the Minardi's faster in a straight line. That was an ultimate send. Has it worked? Yes, it has. Is he going to come back at me? Probably. No, don't do it. Yeah, that's it. You're a scaredy cat AI. Right, now we've overtaken them pair, we can crack on. Me radio button a subscription for service. There will be a bunch more of these, by the way, if you're enjoying it, so do let me know if you'd like to see us go through the remainder of the season. I will make the AI a bit more difficult in those, though, so we'll be battling for the likes of, 16th, 17th places like we should be in a Forti. I don't want to be the quickest car on track, really. I want to sort of struggle to stay with them and have to really drive hard to just get the odd point. I mean, we're in 18th at the moment, so it's hardly like it's going well. 11 seconds now to Pedro Lamy in front. Interesting how it calculated the fuel wrong, though. That's really funny. I'm so glad that I turned damage off, though. But I'm surprised the engine didn't blow up, actually. Is the engine damaged? No. I don't have invulnerability on. I've just got damage percentage turned down to 0. Because in previous runs, we'd have such a great race, and then the AI would tap us once, the tiniest bit in the backside, and the wing would fall off and the car would be undrivable, and it just ruined the experience. It wasn't fun. Oh, God. Thank you very much, Crimson. Yeah, that Flight Club was great. Oh, Jesus. Flight Club was really good fun. I properly enjoyed myself in that. And the video shows it, I'm pretty sure. The only thing I will say about this wheel is that when you're not using gloves, I mean, it'd get warm anyway wearing gloves, but you can feel the temperature of it against your hands really badly. Because it's leather, my God, it's warm. A bit risky letting go of the wheel, actually, wasn't it? Just in case the force feedback goes at me. 3 seconds we caught Pedro Lamy on that last lap, so yeah, unfortunately, my AI calculations for this one have not been great. But we'll get there. I mean, it means that we can get some points at least. Potentially. That's if they pit. I'm very confident they will because of the tyre situation. We've used 10% of our tyres again, and we're not even at the halfway point yet. Whoa. Come on, get round. Yeah, we gained 7 seconds over Verstappen behind. On a mission. Thanks very much, Crimson. I think that's probably where it all comes from, is that, people often don't like it when someone's talking to them while driving. I've been in endurance teams when, I've said, how do you feel, or what's the car doing, or whatever, and they'll just say, shush. Or they'll say, I don't want to talk, I'm concentrating. But I've always spoken and chatted rubbish while racing, because I'm no better when I'm not talking. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just something I've always done. Have a quick drink down here. It's a new retro Pepsi rebrand, by the way. I'm not sure if I like it or not, because the whole gimmick of retro colour schemes and liveries and logos only works when there's a few people doing it, not when everybody is doing it like they are now. Oh, good lord. Sun's coming back out now, here in Forti. And we are about to mug off Pedro Lamy, which, to be fair, while I said it's not realistic that, you know, we're this much faster than these sorts of cars at this end of the field, after how our season had been going back in 2020 against this cretin, I'm going to be very happy to drive past him with ease. Oh, come on. Have I actually, Ben? You've always been a good mathematician, haven't you? Always good with the strategies. Ah, Ben. No, you clown. That was on me, not him. Oh, that's Gerhard Berger behind us. He's pitted. Berger has pitted, everybody. At the start of lap 18, Gerhard Berger has pitted. Oh, he's nailed Lamy. Lamy's around. Whee! Lamy's around. He's been railed by Gerhard Berger. Hey up. Right then, so this makes it interesting because Berger's going to be faster than me, no doubt. He's in a Benetton. But what scares me, I was going to say, is that they've pitted, or at least he's pitted, just before the halfway mark of the race. Does that mean he'll then go and unrealistically pit on the final lap? You know what I mean? Just because that's how it works it out. Ah, yeah, you're absolutely right, Ben. I think you are spot on with that. Okay, car in the pits, that's Mika Salo. Berger's going to drive past me here. I'm just going to let him go. Because he's probably going to have a crap run round here. No, never mind. Berger's on it. Yeah, is that sort of saying how much I'm using a lap in the blue and then magenta, yeah, is how many laps left. Johnny Herbert is then in front, and then John Alesi again. So Jean maybe is pitted and then come out just in head of us, just ahead of us again. Berger is flying though. Look at him go. He's on a mission. Never mind me. We're catching Johnny Herbert hand over fist as well. Wondering whether he's not on fresh rubber. That might be why also we were so much quicker than. Oh my goodness. The cars a bit further down the order because they hadn't pitted either, so they weren't on fresh rubber. Cars are hardly fresh though because, yeah, we've used about a fifth of their capability. I might actually have to be careful with the tyres, you know, they might be awful by the end of the race. Cars coming out the pits. Martin Brundle. He started quite high up. I don't think I'll be able to stick with him. But yeah, the tyres could be an issue actually come the end. We're in 12th place at the moment. I'm hoping there's a few more cars yet to pit in front of us. 16 laps to go. Yeah, despite the AI being a bit easier than they necessarily need to be, I'd say this has still been an interesting one because of the strategy involved. It's nice to know that the AI do pit in this length race because of the tyres, at least. Looks like they're holding each other up here. Who's that in front of them? Panis. I think Panis started behind us on the grid, did he not? So maybe he's one that's not pitted yet and will need fresh rubber soon. Yeah, the Benettons have mugged him, and look at that by Brundle. Trying to go around the outside. They've all held each other up on the exit. We're in it now with a Lacey. Well, we were. Bye. That's so fast in a straight line. Come on today. Yeah, you've been doing really well, Ben. It's been really good to watch you, Mike, and when Nico was in the winter tour as well. It's been so lovely to see it. You guys coming from Circuit Superstars to iRacing and putting in such great performances. You two at Le Mans as well at the Core Le Mans event that we did. That was really cool. That I loved watching you guys in that event. I was secretly rooting for you, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, he's gonna squeeze me out. Ugh. Panis is a bit of a nuisance for these boys here, and I feel he's going to cause an accident when he tries to go in the pits. So let's get amongst it. Is he going to try and go in the pits? No, he's not. He's just going to hold us all up through the chicane. Don't get me wrong. This is lovely to have all these cars around us like this, but I'm terrified of just clipping one of them when they like that, when they go unnecessarily flow through a corner around the outside of Panis. 10th place, point. Yeah, iRacing's got Le Mans. It may not have been the best strategy, Ben, but honestly, you boys were so amazing, considering it was like your first event like that. Panis wants a bit of this. Come on, the Forti. No. Get your mind out of that gutter, you dirty gits. Oh, whoa, okay. Yeah, the tyres aren't giving me what they once were. I can tell you that for free now. They are not giving me what they once were. I need to be careful. Panis is doing a great job at holding up a Lacey, though. I'm unsure of what people's pit strategies are like, though, and where they all are. So we need to just gun it and get to the end. CDM Spring Le Mans when? I don't know. I do want to do a really long event at Le Mans, but it takes a lot of organising with team events like that, and broadcasting is difficult without paying a lot of people to do it. And then to do that, you know, and me still make decent money out of it, you'd be talking quite a high entry fee for a very laid-back event, so it's tough. Because unfortunately, while I love running iRacing series and doing the leagues and everything, because I love doing it, I can't just do it for the love of it anymore. Unfortunately, I have to put my business hat on and try and make money out of it, because at the end of the day, you know, I have to earn money for my time that I put into it all. Okay, we're on an interesting pace here with Brundle. It's going a bit cloudier again. It's getting sketchy through there. I feel a big moment coming on there. There's enough grip in the car that it just sort of floats through the corner, and I don't have to do too much correction, but I'm scared that at one point it's really going to let go on me. I'm also scared about the tyres. I need to check those. Okay, quarter of their life gone, and we've done what, 12 laps on them? So yeah, we need to do another 12 laps, so we'll be at about 50% on the tyre life by the time we cross the line to finish the race. And that's if I don't overwork them when they start getting a bit worse. So if we can hold on to a point, I'll be happy. I'm in 10th place, and that'll be a great way to bring this series back, I think. Get a championship point. To be fair, Ben, that's normally how it goes. We do an event and then, yeah, or we start a championship and everyone's looking forward to what happens at the end and what's next. But you know, it's nice to know that, though, that people are always excited for the next thing with SRM, and I love it. It's such a great community. Oh, we're getting understeer there now. But I'd rather understeer than complete chaotic bouncing around and oversteer. Still got that horrific wobble. Oh. I need to stop smacking those curbs so hard. Ooh. My monitor nearly fell off the desk. Yeah, look at the time we're losing on that delta at the top. Simply by the fact that the car's just not got the run out of the corner that it had before because the rubber is worn. Whoa, those moments won't help. 69, nice. Even though it's a word I hate. On the rear. The right rear. Yeah, the back end's starting to give way a little bit there, you know. I'm not too confident in that with 10 laps to go. Might have to drive a little bit more preserving in the faster sections of the circuit. We're still gaining time over John Lacey, so that's good. And we can use Brundle as a bit of a yardstick. It's a nice game plan. I said nice again! It's so easy. It's such an easy word to use. I hate it. Don't know if any of you saw it, actually. I don't think all of you are on my Facebook, but I had a flashback the other day that there was an English teacher once really went hard at us for using the word nice to describe stuff because it's such a lazy word to use. And it's given me goosebumps ever since. Was that a yellow flag for a second there? Villeneuve still leads. He's a minute ahead of us. It's quite realistic for the in-period racing of 1996. Ooh! Now you stop that. But yeah, I love the game plan, Crimson. I would be flattered to be hired. Come on. I'm not sure if it's down to just generic tyre wear. Okay, it's given up. The car has given up on me. Oh, don't do this now, don't do this. It does this on gravel, it digs in and stops. Get out of the way. The back end gave up. We've lost time, we've lost places. That's not good. Is that the limit of the tyre's life? I'm not sure. I run with traction control on medium, I think, and stability control is only on low. Or I think they're both on low, actually, so the car does have some give in it. But yeah, look, it's starting to go at the back. I'm not sure these tyres will get me to the end safely. 9 laps to go, including this one. Heck. The traction control is just at a level where it keeps me alive and I don't have to be too precise with the inputs because I'm not that great a driver. But I think with steering lock I can still be careful. I need to just tone it down a little bit. Frentzen behind in the Sauber, he's going to surely be quicker. Panis is still quite a while behind. See, that was absolutely fine that time. Katayama just in front, then Alesi, that's 10th place and that's the championship point. I'm not sure if we can catch up to him, being this careful, and overtake him. No, it's crumbling a little bit, everybody. It's crumbling. Oh, come on. I understand, Crimson. That's fair enough. Come on. Come on, little Forti. You can do it. Promise. Oh, dear. I keep trying to use less lock and running wide onto that curb, and then when I get on the throttle it wants to kill me. The sun's coming out again as well, that's not good. It's going to heat up the circuit even more. Been so gentle with the steering, so gentle, and my driver's still just pressing his knuckles against the wheel rather than actually holding it. That felt smooth. Car had a bit of a wobble, but it wasn't that bad. We've definitely overfueled and been in the pits for longer than we needed to be. Playing Circuit Superstars with my commentary. What are you playing now? While I commentate on a completely unrelated race. Is the volume still alright, by the way? Can you hear the car enough, but it's still not overpowering me? Come on, we've got the pace of these boys. We can stay with them. Just need to make some inroads. Just hope that the tyres still behave themselves in the latter laps. Oh no. Traction control kicked in then and stopped me sliding, but it really cut the power. Yeah, why did Williams drop Hill after 96? I think they were so excited by Jacques Villeneuve, and Heinz-Harald Frentzen really needed a drive. I think Heinz-Harald had a lot of money. And he was incredibly talented. You forget how close he was to winning the championship in 1999. Or was it 2000? No, it was 99, wasn't it? Frentzen was very close to winning the title in 99. Come on, we can get these. If we get that 10th place and get a championship point, I'm going to be over the moon, because this means I've had to work that little bit harder for it. Smashing. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I know this isn't going to be the most viewed thing on my channel. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea to just watch a bloke race against the AI, but I hope to make it that little bit more interesting. Jacques Villeneuve's how... Oh, well, I suppose being Canadian, that makes sense, actually. I hope you realise as much as we all do that he's a cretin. He is now. He wasn't back then. He was really exciting back then, and you know, he's this new driver to challenge Michael Schumacher, and it was amazing. I've always been a Mika Hakkinen fan. I love Mika to bits. He's just so cool. There's no nonsense with him. He's an incredible driver, and I think the only driver that Schumacher ever feared. Let's hope that Katayama fears us after that. Okay, that's one of the places dealt with, but we've still got 5 laps to go, and these tyres are not feeling good. This is going to be damage limitation on this rubber, but we are faster than Alesi. I think the fronts aren't doing too bad, so we can push the fronts a bit. It's just out of the corner, we need to be careful on the rears about any slides like that. That is a championship point in front of us here, and we can take it away from a Frenchman at the French Grand Prix. I've not really got anything against the French in particular, but I just think if it's his Grand Prix and I take points away, it'd be funny, wouldn't it? The wheel is vibrating like mad, you know, even in a straight line now. It is like I've got a constant flat spot on the tyres. Come on, John, you can sort that out. We've got him. Oh, so long as I can keep the rear in check. It's not Formula 1, Jesper. I do apologise, but it was never advertised as Formula 1. Come on. Down the inside. Park it on the apex. Stop wobbling. That's a championship point position, everyone. Come on. John has sent it. He wants points in front of a digital home crowd. Oh my god. Bouncy, bouncy. Go. Go, go, go. We've left them. Come on. Lap 33 of 36 here in the French Grand Prix. And I'm going to concentrate so hard. But I'm going to push so hard. What are the tyres like? Oof. 54 on that right rear. Come on. Thanks very much, Jesper. I miss Formula 1 as well. It will be back in 2024. We are going to do another one. Just don't know when yet. I've got to try and fit it around so many other championships and series, and it's hard to do when it's in such big chunks of like 12 weeks. Whew. I could do with a drink. I'm boiling. Is that Ricardo Rosset in front of us? Ready to get lapped again. How far ahead is Villeneuve? 1 minute and 21 seconds. Is he going to lap us? Wait, he should be right behind us. Or at least a couple of seconds back. He can't be far behind us. But Villeneuve is probably going to lap us, the race leader. So that pace spread is very similar to how F1 was in 1996. Phew, I am sweating. I only just put that can down in time after I realised I could have a drink then. A little bit hot. Surprised that thing's not broken down yet. Well, we've left Alesi and Katayama. In fact, where's Alesi gone? Because Katayama is the next car behind us. Then Heinz-Harald Frentzen, then Deniz, Panis. Alesi is dropping down the order. Alesi's had an issue at his home race as he had an engine failure. Two laps to go. Car's in the pits. Car's pitting. Is that going to give us some places maybe? Don't know who's going to pit in front of us. I'm all over the place here because I'm switching between screens, worrying about who's pitting. But yeah, Alesi, by the look of it. Salo and Lamy are out as well. Fisichella has had an issue, I think. So yeah, the engine failures and the reliability is having a part in this race. So it's got a bit of everything. But we're on for one championship point. And considering that out of 5 races so far, I've had 2. To come straight back to it and score that. Yes, with reduced difficulty AI, I know. I'll still be very happy because I've made it hard for myself. Flicking into neutral at 178 miles an hour is not a great way to race. And then changing down, or well, up into first and locking the entire engine up. Not brilliant. And then spinning because you didn't really keep track on how worn out your tyres were. So it says Katayama's 6.3 seconds behind, but there's a car starting to fill our mirrors. That is actually an Arrows, which I think is a lap down. 1 lap to go, everybody. 1 lap to go in the French Grand Prix. It's great to be back doing this. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been lovely to have you along for the ride with me, and I thank you if you've watched this live. I thank you if you've watched the whole thing back as well. This has been great. I'm doing more of these. We're going to be doing the rest of the season. This is round 6 out of, I think, 13 that I've got. So there's at least going to be a few. We'll see how they go, shall we? Brundle isn't too far ahead. We were chasing him earlier, weren't we? Seems like I've managed the tyres. Considering the fact they're dying, I've managed to get some good pace out of them in this condition. Only a few corners to go between me and a championship point for Forti. The worst team ever except MasterCard Lola. And maybe, what was that? Life. Do you remember that thing? The Life W12 engine or whatever it was with like 300 horsepower. Anyway, that doesn't matter. That all fades into insignificance because I've scored a point at the French Grand Prix. Come on! Yes, the 40! Come on! The series is back. We are back. And we've got a point. Get in. Oh, I'm over the moon. Absolutely over the moon with that. We have smashed Minardi. Smashed a lot of the others. Yes, sure, I need to turn the AI difficulty up for the next ones. I think I've got it planned at 95 and 99% for the next two. But the 40 has got there. 10th place. And that's a championship point. Yes, I'm over the moon with that. We'll bring her back round and get it into the pits. So, what happened at the front? Villeneuve wins the race, 10 seconds ahead of Damon Hill. Then David Coulthard, Eddie Irvine, Rubens Barrichello, Michael Schumacher lost a bucket load of points to Villeneuve in that race. And it was Hakkinen, Berger, Brundle, and then us finishing inside the top 10. Katayama was next up. Frentzen was a lap down on the leader. Diniz, Herbert, Panis, Verstappen, Fisichella, Rosset, Alesi, Salo and Lamy did not finish the race. Wow, oh wow. That was really good though, I enjoyed that. Like I say, it wasn't quite the sort of race we would have expected with the AI, but, you know, fighting for that championship point was actually the correct sort of formula for it, because I still get a bit of a statistic at the end of it. And, yeah, we still get to have a scrap with everybody. Get in. Come on. There she is. The 40. That was great. That was really, really good fun. We'll pop some music on. And yeah. We'll go back and hopefully not crash the game, shall we? There we are. French Grand Prix, 1 championship point to me. And that white and green shed. It is an absolute shed, isn't it? But still, great to get these cars back out on track. Great to get back on rFactor 2 and bring the series back. And I sincerely hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Not quite sure on what the viewing figures were during it, but I don't really mind, to be fair. I'm not... Oh! Was that my off? I need to go back and see that. I can do this, actually. Oh, bugger. Boing. Whoa! Doink. Hey, I'm so glad it landed on its wheels, man. So glad it landed on its wheels. Jesus. That would have been mighty embarrassing if it hadn't. I mean, it was embarrassing anyway, but still. Yeah. That's going to be it, unfortunately, from me. I'll do the points and update them for next time. Let me just check. I'm not going to do it on my PC. I'm going to do it on here and just check when the next one is of these that I've got planned, so you can know ahead of time. Next Tuesday, actually, the 6th of February, we're going to be doing the British Grand Prix. We're going to be at Silverstone for the next round of the championship. I think we're using a 1991 version of Silverstone. So again, it's not... That's where we got turned. It's not perfect for 1996, but it's still going to be an older version of Silverstone in 1991. So it'll be lovely to go back there in these cars once again. But yeah, that's going to be all from me, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed this. And like I say, I'll be back next Tuesday. Thanks to all of you that have watched live. Thanks to all of you that are watching this back afterwards. And I will see you very soon. Have a good evening.